Hello everyone, my name is Allie Bortmus and welcome to my special possession presentation. My presentation is about my dog Maggie. I got her as a puppy when I was about 6 or 7 years old and she has been my best friend ever since. I chose to talk about my dog Maggie for my special possession because she just recently passed away and I thought that this assignment would be a cool opportunity for me to show her off and kind of reminisce on her importance to me. This type of possession is considered a pet or companion. It's different from a product, obviously, because she is a living being and isn't something that you just walk by on a shelf and put in your basket. They require special treatment. A little bit about Maggie. She was a Weimaraner and she was my dog for 13 years. The source of meaning of possession would be connectedness. My dog and I had a special connection with each other, but she also brought my family together. She was just like another member of our family and served a huge role in all of our lives. I got her right around the time my oldest sister Elise left to go to college. Her leaving for college was really hard for me because I really admired her and looked up to her, but having Maggie around kind of almost took the place of my sister. Not literally, of course, but she was always there for me, kept me entertained, and I was an 8-year-old trying to train and raise a puppy, so you can imagine that that kept me busy. She was like my companion, and I definitely have a huge emotional attachment to her even now that she's gone. Maggie could even be considered a part of my individuality and a part of who I am because I consider myself a huge dog person and I also consider Maggie to be like my baby girl. She was my first pet and she will always be a part of me no matter what. Some traits that Maggie holds as a special possession are that I would never resell her. There is no price that someone could have offered to pay me for me to give her up. That leads me into my next trait, which is that she costs quite a large amount of money, but my parents bought me for her as a kid. And throughout her life, both my parents and I have contributed money to her, whether that be for vet visits, toys, food. But there was no price that would not be worth it in order to keep her in our lives. The next trait is that she is irreplaceable, or in other words, there are no substitutions for her. No other pet could take her place. The next trait that I described as eternal life means that if I could have kept her forever, I would have. I wish that I could have never lost her, but obviously these things happen. I am just grateful to have had her in my life for the time that I did. The last trait is that she was definitely more like my best friend than a dog, meaning she was personified. She helped me through a lot of hard times in my life, and for that I am forever thankful. Maggie is special to me simply because she's my dog, but to get technical with terms, it's because she created mood altering properties. She made me feel happy, comfortable, and loved. I love her so much, and she was much more than just a pet. She always knew when something was wrong or when I wasn't feeling well. She would come to the door of my room, nudge her nose to push it open, and then come to the side of my bed and put her nose on it, as you can see in these pictures. Then I would pat the bed with my hand and she would jump up and lay right on top of me, which I actually loved. I think that's one of the things that I miss the most is just her presence of her laying with me and comforting me. Some rituals regarding Maggie would mainly be grooming rituals. Grooming rituals are considered things that bring out or maintain the best in special possessions. So, in this case, those would be vet visits in order to make sure that she was always healthy or to fix any issues that she might have been having. You can see her in a cone in that top left picture there. She was not very happy with me for this one. She had to have a small cancer spot removed on her stomach and she would not leave it alone. So, unfortunately, the cone was the only answer. I also used to brush her teeth in order to keep them clean from buildup. I would also give her baths either outside if it was warm or in the shower, which she absolutely hated. Unusual for dogs, she did not like water. It was not her thing. But the main grooming rituals had to do with her health and hygiene. Other than that, I believe she was perfect just the way she was. When it comes to disposal, obviously, I would keep her around forever if it was possible. Her passing away only means she is not here with me physically, but the memories we have will never die and she will never be forgotten. Thank you guys so much for listening to my presentation. I hope that it made you think about the special possessions that you have in your life. Pets are not always for everyone. However, I do believe that pets can change your life, and there are so many options of animals to have as a pet, so don't ever forget that. Maggie had a huge impact on my life, and I will forever love her. I miss her every single day. So if you have a pet, make sure to give them a huge hug or a little hug if they are a small animal, and never take them for granted. Thanks.